Hello there, people of YouTube and Kiss Army. So I haven't uploaded in a while. Sorry about that. Been busy with college, recording my band's album, which will be out on 7th of January. Save your dates because it's going to be wild. If any of you are in the area of Kidderminster, my band is doing an album launch at 45 Live. It's going to be a mad one. We got a local band called The Cage, who are badass, supporting us. We'll be there for an hour at about 7:45 to 11:15, so it's going to be great. So in today's video, I want to show you my complete Kiss collection. I have collected up until Crazy Crazy Nights. I might get some more after that. It's just because I sort of stopped because I was focusing on my comics. There was a lot of comics that I needed to get to complete my comic collection. I've actually started collecting the Kiss Psycho Circus comic run, and if any of you guys are interested in that, I'll definitely do a video of my Kiss Psycho Circus collection. I've only got issue 1 so far, so you probably have to wait. I'd say till February for that video to come out, because I'm a really fast comic collector. If I see an issue I want, I'm gonna find it for the best price. So I have a total of 20 records, 20 LPs. I've got like 4 singles, but I'm not going to show those today. There's a couple of records I'm missing, actually. I'm missing the Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons solo album. And I am also missing Music from the Elder and Unmasked. Those are the that's about 4 albums I'm missing. There's a couple of reissues that I have in here that I want to get original pressings of, but I'm not too picky on that. For now, I mainly just want to have a full collection of Kiss. So I'll tell you what year the repress is when it comes to it, but most of them are all really early represses or original first pressings. And I forgot to mention, all of them are UK pressings, apart from 2. I've got two first French pressings. Okay, enough waffling, let's get into the video. So starting off, we have Kiss, the self-titled. This one is a 1985 UK reissue. Let's get that in a light. This one's really cool because it has the Alive, let me get that to focus, the Alive 1 version of Nothing to Lose, and it does have Kiss in Time, but every pressing past 74, they all had Kiss in Time on it. Now, this next album is Hot in Hell. This one is a unique UK pressing. This one is a 76 reissue, but the unique thing about it is that it's actually transparent red vinyl. It doesn't look it in the dark in normal light, but if you shine it in light, it's actually like a dark translucent red. This one is released under Pi, which is an old record label in the UK. There's a couple UK copies that were released under EMI. Those are the ones that have the Blue Bogart label. That's how you know you have an original pressing with that. If it says Pi, it's an early reissue, or if it says Polygram, that's how you know it's a reissue as well. Great album. I haven't listened to it since the day I got it, and I might actually play it after this video. Next video, sorry, not next video. Next album we have is not everybody's favourite album, but this is my all-time favourite Kiss album, Dressed to Kill. Now this one is an original pressing. How you can tell for the Dressed to Kill album, if it's an original pressing, as you can see here, the lettering is actually embossed from where the Kiss logo. That's how you know you got an early pressing. And another way you know is this, the Blue Bogart label. Now my pressing is the Blair's pressing. Now if you don't know who Tony Blair is, he produced the first 4 Queen albums, and he also produced some of the early Kiss records. I think he only done Hotter Than Hell and Dressed to Kill. Everything else is done by, I think, Eddie Kramer. So there's that one. And this one is an EMI one, if I can find. You probably won't be able to find it on the actual inner sleeve, but that is a EMI pressing. Next record, we got my favourite live album that they've done, Alive 1. Now this may look like a brand new record, but this is an original 1975 UK pressing. If I take it out the sleeve, real quick, it looks like it's just came out of the cellophane, which is really cool. There's a back. I always love the back of Alive 1. I mean, it's a great album as well. This one's got different liner notes. So this one, how this is different is that it doesn't have Hotter Than Hell. So normally you got the self-titled and Dressed to Kill there, obviously. But normally on the US pressings, it would have the Hotter Than Hell album on there, which is really cool. I'll put that back in its sleeve later because I'm lazy. Again, it's on the Blue Bogart label. That's another record produced by EMI. Next up, we got Destroyer. I have 2 copies of Destroyer, actually. This one is an original 1976 first UK pressing. It's got the Casablanca logo there. There's 2 copies of this. There's an EMI one on the Blue Bogart label, and there's a Pi version. Downside to this one, it has a scratch on the whole A side. You can probably see it there. If I can get my finger, you can probably see it like there. That's where the big scratch is. So after I got that one, I decided to buy another copy. I bought, because I liked the sound, the sounding copy of the 1985 self-titled. I decided to get the 1985 pressing of Destroyer, and this one's in a much cleaner copy. It's on a much whiter Casablanca label. And it sounds really good, actually. Surprisingly, I didn't think it was going to sound as good as the original pressing, but it does. It sounds great. Next album, we got my second all-time favourite Kiss album. I actually have the poster of it on my wall. Let me... There you go. Got an A1 size poster of it. Rock 'em all over. And I also got an Ace Frehley Spaceman custom cover. And another one I want to show, that's over in the corner, if I move it. There we go, an original 96 promo poster for the Alive, well not Alive, but for the 96-97 tour, which is really cool. So this Rock 'em Roll Over pressing is a 1976. Actually, no, this is not an original 76 pressing. This is a 77 early reissue, and it sounds amazing. It sounds really good. Again, this one's on the Pi label. This is where all their hits came from. Well, not all of their hits, but songs like I Want You, Ladies Room, Calling Dr. Love, Making Love. I had the honour of hearing Making Love live, and it was amazing. I saw Kiss on the 5th of June this year for their final ever tour. First and last time I'll ever see Kiss. I might see their Avatar tour, but I think it's gonna fail miserably in my opinion. But you never know. It might be alright, but most Kiss fans, including me, disagree with it. We all think it's gonna flop. It's gonna ruin the Kiss reputation that they've had for the past 50 years, which is crazy. Enough waffling. Next album, we got Love Gun, everybody's favourite, absolute classic. This is another 85, no, not 85. This is an 84 repress. It's not on the Pi label, this one's a Polygram pressing, as you can see up there in the corner. There you go, I'm gonna make that right. Not much to be said about this album. I love it a lot. These guys were literal gods to me as a kid, and still are now. Peter Criss is what got me into playing drums, and Ace Frehley is what got me into playing the guitar, as well as Kurt Cobain, obviously. But this is a fantastic album. There's that one. Now we're coming up to the 77, 78 era of Kiss. And we got Alive 2. Hold on a sec. Gotta get my phone to focus. There we go. It's a lot brighter for you guys. This is Alive 2. This one is a unique pressing, actually. This is a 1982 repress. And only 14 people have it on Discogs, including me. Which is kind of cool, because you never know what it's going to go for. I got this for about £10. So, yeah. Another great live album, actually. I love Alive 1 and 2. I don't like any of the other Alive albums, like Alive 3 and that sort of thing. But, I think those albums alone are just great. Now we're going into 1978 era of Kiss. You can see my band merch through the Double Platinum. This is a first UK copy of Double Platinum. Original 1978. It does not have the plaque. Under the Pi label, with the silver Kiss logo. I don't really like this album, but I mainly bought it for the sake of having it in my Kiss discography. And I won that. That was the first ever eBay bid that I actually won in my entire life, for the grand total of £12.50, which is great. This next record I got from my local record store in Kidderminster, Mr. T Records. Shout out to big old Terry. That store managed to help me complete the rest of my Kiss collection, which is really cool. I'll show you what records I got from Mr. T's. This is one of them. The Ace Frehley solo album. My favourite solo album out of the 4. I do like the Paul Stanley one. Don't like the Gene Simmons or the Peter Criss one. But this one's my all-time favourite. This one's a US import. And this one's really cool. This one's the purple misprint. Which is kind of cool. I didn't realise that it was purple, and so I had to get validation from my parents and Terry himself. So that's cool. I think I've checked on Discogs and the median price for that one is about 50 quid, and I got it for £10, which is it's a great banging deal, I would say. Now the next album, we got the Peter Criss one. This is an import one that I got from across the pond in the US. As you can see, you can tell it's an import. I hate imports. Well, I hate imports that have the cuts on the side. But again, it's the first US. I'm happy to have an original US copy. Not much to be said about this album. I don't really like it. So if anyone wants it, it's up for grabs. I'd much gladly trade it for the Paul and Gene Simmons one more than the Peter Criss. Now this was a record that I had before I acquired the 2 solo albums, and that is best of the solo albums. I got a story with this actually, and Dynasty. So I bought Dynasty and the best of the solo albums for about £8 at a charity shop in the UK, because I did my work experience there at my old college. I go to a different college now, which I won't disclose because I don't want people stalking me. Yeah, the guy was super nice. He gave me a big discount on vinyl. He'd also let me look in the back for records if I ever went up there outside of work experience hours. He was an absolute legend. This one is a first French pressing. And this one was released under, I think it was Two's Discs Rouge. Yeah, there it is. It says Two's. It's basically, if for those of you that only have the albums and aren't familiar with this, it's basically just like it's 3 songs from the 4 solo albums, pretty much. That's how I would describe it. This one is my favourite pressing of Dynasty. This is a first French pressing, which I bought along with best of the solo albums. This one has a different label than all the other ones, as you can see here. First French on the tours. Great album. If they could pull off disco, they can pull off any genre. It's a great record. Apart from country, I don't think Kiss would go out with country. It's just an iconic logo. I actually, like, when I first started listening to Kiss, I actually thought the best of was Dynasty because of the layout. The layout was sort of the same. But how mistaken was I until I got corrected. Again, great album. I think that was the last album Peter Criss ever played on. I think the only song he recorded was Dirty Living, and I think that was it. They used a session drummer for the rest of the album, which is kind of sad, but oh well. It's what you get for being in a band with those sort of guys. Now we're going in, so we're skipping 2 albums here. We're skipping Unmasked and Music from the Outer, primarily because I don't have those 2 albums yet. But we have Creatures of the Night. This one is a 1985 first UK pressing. And it sounds amazing. It doesn't beat the, it beats the 2014 remasters. 1982 on the Paligram label, which is really badass. That was when Casablanca started to go bust, so they swapped labels. I have a second copy. This one is the 2023 Half Speed Master. Now, I wasn't going to buy this album because I usually hate Half Speed Masters. They don't sound at all, like, any good at all. I should have kept it sealed because this album's worth a lot more. I got mine on clearance from HMV. That's the only reason why I bought it for about £18. And it sounds terrible. There's like no EQ on it whatsoever. They did a lousy job remastering this album, in my opinion. That's why I'd much prefer the first UK copy. Moving along, we got Lick It Up, First UK. This is one I got from Mr. T's. This is when I went to Vertigo. Great songs. Only really liked it for Lick It Up. Next album, got Animalize, another one I got from Mr. T's, First UK pressing. Again on the Vertigo. I love Burn Bitch Burn. It's probably my favourite song from that album, apart from Heaven's on Fire. So next one, we got Asylum. This is the only 2014 remaster I have. It sounds pretty good. There's the back. I'm probably going to go up to Mr. T's on Thursday and buy some Kiss t-shirts if he has any. Then we got last album of the video. Let me just brighten up the light in this room. This is Crazy Crazy Nights. Bought it from my record store, Vintage Tracks, which is very, very sadly closing down after 10 years. I got it for the grand total. There we go, Excellent Plus, crazy. For the grand total of £12 with a discount, because I'm always in there. I've not been in like a month, so. But that's about it. If you want to see the Kiss comics, let me know. I'll let you know once I've started collecting. Thanks again.